Do I have audio now? It looks like I do, probably as this is recording. I've forgotten how this works, so hey, what's up, this is Dave. This is What's Up Dave, my occasional stream where I catch up with my friends on the internet. I've been taking a break from streaming and blogging for the past couple of weeks while I've been getting my crap together as far as work and just doing work and making some money and restoring my cash reserves. So yesterday was a pretty good week, and I've been thinking about what to do to make the blogging and live streaming more manageable for myself. Hello, kitty. And, you know, try to make them a little more succinct and a little more interesting, because I don't think that the density of good information was really coming out reliably every time I did these things. One thing I need to do, though, is to make sure the stream is actually working, because I pressed the start streaming button much earlier, and I forgot to do the thing I was going to do, which is to make to actually also record to disk at the same time. There should be a button that does both of them. I don't know if this even is streaming. I've been having all these streaming issues lately, just with uploads to YouTube. They'll just like stop after 10 minutes. Maybe that's a good reason to try to keep these down to under 10 minutes. It does look like it's receiving audio, so that's good. So, what are the plans for today, Saturday, June 9? I'm going to go to IKEA, and I have a number of experiments that I have in mind. Let's see. Let me switch to the split cam view, which would be, if I remember correctly, aux plus cam. This one. Yeah, there we go. So, I'm going to see if I can move this camera and bring some things around. But actually, I guess this is a dry run for what I'm going to do later, because I haven't clicked the start recording button over here. Because I'm going to start editing these things offline. So, project number 1. Maybe I'll just use this to get my head together for when I record the real one. Project number 1 is to go to IKEA, but one of the projects for today is to finally figure out what the deal is with this. This is a jar full of pistachio shells. Why do I have a jar full of pistachio shells? Because I want to answer the burning question whether or not buying pre-shelled pistachios at $5.99 for 14 ounces is a better deal than buying a pound of pistachios with the shell for $1 more. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. This microphone should still be working as I'm walking away. I'm going to get these test subjects. I'm not sure where the cat keeps following me around. All right. Oh, wrong camera. Let me see. Let's go back to live cam. So this is 1 pound of dry roasted and salted pistachios from Trader Joe's. And this is the last pack I bought, in which I just kept all the shells, because I wanted to weigh these. So then, how much of this 1 pound is shells? So this is $6.99. However, you can get 8 ounces. So this is twice as much. Actually, this seems to be. I thought it was actually closer to a pound. This is half of a pound of shelled pistachio nut meats. The contents of these shells. Also from Trader Joe's, it's $1 less. So, but there's a lot of shells in here, right? I mean, is this 8 ounces of shells? Is this actually the far better deal if you just want to eat pistachios? Now, one reason why I like having pistachios is because I like shelling them and eating them. So this has been bothering me for a while. I know it's a terribly important research topic, but it's one that has my interest at the moment. Another goal for today, other than going to IKEA, is to find a hat. I've decided I'm going to cut my hair because I can't really maintain this length, and it looks kind of weird. Wearing the hat is a little bit comforting, and I kind of understand why guys who are balding wear hats so much now. I have never found like a good ball cap. I actually didn't like them but I was at TJ Maxx the other day and I saw this one. They said like, okay, maybe I can put buttons all over it. So I need to find cool buttons, and this can be my button platform. And plus it's like a little bit less like truckery or tactical. Those actually really nice tactical, all black ballistic nylon and stuff. And it had like one of those tactical gear company logos on it. So it felt like I was playing like some Ubisoft game. But I don't know. So I'm gonna try this hat thing for a while to go with my other hats. I am planning to go full on hat. And it depends on what I'm wearing too. So if I'm wearing t-shirts and like these shorts, like maybe I can get away with this. But I could also, maybe if it's sunny, I'd get away with this gardening hat, which I kind of like, but it's a little bit small, I think. Or it doesn't, there's something that I don't quite like about it. But then if I'm more dressed up, then I can wear this hat. Or at least if I'm wearing a collared shirt, I feel better about wearing this one. So hats are a thing. I'm going to be buying a shoe cabinet. So the shoe cabinet is, let me pull it up here. Idea.com. Can I just find something? Take me to the IKEA USA. I said take me to IKEA USA. So yeah, I think it's the Hemnes shoe cabinet with 2 compartments. So I want to get one of these, and I want to get this color, I think. This, which will fit the decor in my room. And my closest IKEA is in Stoughton, Mass. So it's about an hour drive from here. So I'm going to blast on down there, and then I'm going to get this thing, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to finally have a place to put all my shoes, which have been just never have had a home. They've always been cluttering up the living room, and it's time to fix it. One nice thing about this particular one is that, as you can see here, if I just zoom in, it'll hold 1, 2, 3. It might hold like 12 pairs of shoes. I don't have any boots like this, so although those are nice wedge heels. So just get on the way. This one is 35 inches wide and 50 inches tall, and it does have this shelf on the top. So I think it might be a good place to put my keys or a charger. Like as they show here, the like little drawer on the top, which a lot of the other shoe cabinets don't have. So it seems like a nice hybrid piece of furniture that would make me happy just to have in the house, just to organize, some of the stuff around here. I wonder if I can get this camera moving around. Let me give it a see if I can try this. Right now on my secondary camera, the one that I'm fiddling with right now. Oops, that's the wrong button. I have, it used to be a USB camera on a long 35-inch USB extender. But lately I've been trying to upgrade my video quality. So now I have this Vixia. This is like, this is your kind of a cheap camcorder specifically for recording. It's moving. It's like for taking on vacations and stuff like that. I wonder if I can detach the whole thing easily. I should get some sort of rapid detach mount for this. But I can probably unplug it. It's plugged into the HDMI connector right now. And what I was saying was that the old camera setup on the long USB cable, I could actually like bring it up pretty far away from the computer. So it was good when I was doing things in the kitchen. I could show people what I was working on. But I have a longer USB cable now. Unfortunately, this camera is a little bit heavy for this arm, unlike the webcam. I need to counterbalance it, I think. Maybe that's something I can work on later today, too. And let's see how far I can move this thing. There was some reason I was going to do this. Oh yeah, you can see all the shoes everywhere. Oh, I'm just realizing one nice thing about having this camera is I can actually see what I am sending to people. So just this junk all over the place. So some place to put all those shoes that are just hanging around. And I'm thinking about putting that shoe cabinet right here. And I don't think it's too wide to disrupt the hallway too much. They do have narrower ones. Narrower ones that I think would make it. Like there's another freaking pair of shoes. The hell. Okay, so I can actually bring this thing around pretty well, it looks like. That's not too bad. There is this issue with the balance on it though. And since this is a camcorder, it has its own battery source in it, so I can actually go, you know, just unplug the charger on here, which I cannot find anymore. One thing I need to get today are some reading glasses too, because when I'm wearing contact lenses, this is the wrong cable. When I am reading, these contact lenses are just a little bit too, what's the word? They're tuned to look at computer stuff. Why is this not plugging in? The computer stuff about 2 feet away from me. And that, but the text on the computer screen is bigger. And I can't really see it on, I can't really read anything like this far away. This is too close. I can read something that's about arm's length because that's what I had these contact lenses tuned toward. So getting reading glasses, I think, is something I need to do today. The one thing I'm noticing about this hat is it, well, it does, I was going to say maybe it helps me keep the glare off, but I don't think it actually is working that way. I need to fix this bounce issue. This is really bothering me. How am I going to do that? I can attach a counterbalance to this thing, maybe. Oh, one thing I wasn't able to show last time was I have these new panels over here. There's one there, and then there's one on this side. And I keep looking at the panel instead of the camera. I've just been noticing this time. So the nice thing about these panels is, which I think I might have mentioned once before. See if the stream is not dead yet. Good, the stream's not dead. Is that my face is more lit now, whereas like, and you can see behind me there's like the back, like it's a sunny day outside here. These lights are close enough and powerful enough that my face is lit and I can still have something in the background. If these are off, so then I have the one side one that's kind of dramatic looking, they're off, then you get this effect. Now that is dominating the scene instead of me, because it's all about me. And it's just, you know, it's just blowing out everything. Then I think it looks much better if I'm able to control these lights, and I can control the intensity of the lights too. So I can have, like, maybe I want more of this side to be the key, and then this one I can like dial down. You know, so it's, you know, a little bit different, because this is a this particular camera here is doing automatic exposure, because it's like a cheap webcam. I actually had to adjust the lighting in here to balance things out for there. So it's slightly annoying, but you know, this is a slight improvement. So that's really what I have going on today. Today is diet cheat day too, so I'm eating ice cream and mochi wrapped ice cream. Actually, I guess I'm just eating a lot of ice cream today. For dinner, I'm planning probably to go get spicy Sichuan food. Although I'm kind of in the mood for a poo-poo platter too. And unbeknownst to me, the term poo-poo platter is apparently a local New England thing. I don't know. Wherever you are, do you know what a poo-poo platter is? If you do, let me know. I was talking to my cousin in California and said, like, and he was talking about he was going to go have some Chinese American food, you know. And you know, that's what most people here call Chinese food. We tend to think of it as Chinese American food because we've eaten food outside the country, and it's not anything like the stuff here, Chinese food wise. There's a few restaurants, of course, that will specialize it, like the so-called authentic Chinese restaurants. But I was asking him if he was going to go get a poo-poo platter, and he said, "A what?" I said, "A poo-poo platter." So what's? And he didn't know what it was, and so. Here, it's, you know, it's usually a collection of various Chinese appetizers. I don't know what they call them in other places. So maybe it's a Northeast thing, or maybe even a New England thing. I knew that New England has its own type of Chinese cuisine, Chinese American cuisine. There's a thread somewhere on Chowhound that describes people who've moved from here to retire in Florida and being utterly dismayed that they can't find the same food that they've had here in their Chinese restaurants there. And I can kind of believe it. I lived in Florida for a year, and the Chinese food there was a little bit, at least in the Maitland, Altamont Springs area. There weren't really any good options that I knew of. But, you know, there's things like, I guess, chow mein sandwiches are a New England thing, like North Shore thing. I haven't had one in a long time, because once was enough. But I'm kind of curious what they taste like now. Maybe I will have grown and my taste will have matured enough to accept that a terrible sandwich is actually a good sandwich. I really can't imagine it happening, though. But anyway, that's the plans for today. I guess I'm not going to do the recording that I planned on doing, but at least I have gotten this going. Hopefully this was more entertaining. Hopefully I didn't stutter too much. And I'm just going to have a good day, and I'll report back later on other things as events warrant. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. I actually remembered to use a slate this time. It's coming back!